Hi there, welcome to another C++ video tutorial. I'm Josef Botnar, and in this video tutorial I'm gonna to do an application which will swap the values of two variables using C++. So let's go ahead and make this application. Go over this file, after that new project. Don't forget on the left side to select this Visual C++, and on the right side inside this window you should select Windows console application, and in this text box you should write the name of your application. In my case, let's say swap values. Okay, click on OK. So let's write here this include directive. Okay, and on this line using namespace. Okay, here I'm going to declare a few integer variables, x, y, and let's say switcher. Yeah. Okay, here a cout object which is going to display this text, enter value for x, and here cin object which is going to read the value entered from a keyboard. Okay, another cout which is going to display in console this text, enter a value for y, and another cin which is going to read a value entered from a keyboard. And here I want to display in a console the value for these two variables x and y before they gonna to be changed. So values of x and y before the swap, and line. Here is going to be displayed the value for x variable. And on another line the value of y variable. Okay, and now the next is the most important part of this application, which will do the swap the values between x and y variables. So this variable, integer variable switcher, is going to be assigned by x value, x variable value. So actually the switcher variable is going to take the x variable value, and on this line x will be assigned by y variable value. Yeah, and on this line y variable is going to take the value of a switcher variable, which is going to hold the value of x variable, because on this line 22nd this variable switcher was assigned by value of this x variable. Okay, let's copy these lines, and let's paste these here, because I want to display in the console the value of x and y after the swap. Okay, that's all, I think. Let's do a last review. Okay, it seems everything all right. Yeah. Okay, let's compile this application. Everything is all right, no errors, and let's release it in console. Here you go, enter a value for x, let's say 8, enter a value for y, let's say 4, press enter. Okay, here you go, value of x and y before the swap. So x has 8 value and y has this 4 value, as they were assigned from keyboard. Yeah, and after the swap, as you can see, x receive the value of y variable. As you can see here, x now is equal by 4, which was the value of y variable before the swap, and y variable is equal by 8, which was the value of x variable before the swap. So that's all related to this application, but I'm going to write here another cout object to put a bit more room between this part of this application. I mean the values of x and y before the swap and after the swap. Let's see how this application works using this debug. Press start debugging. Okay, now as you can see, the console was displayed. You enter a value from your keyboard, let's say 8, enter, and let's say 4 for y, enter. Yeah, again debug, and click on step over. Again we have this console, but the cursor is now here in front of line 10. Step over, step over, step over. Now enter the value for x variable, let's say 8, enter, step over, step over. Yeah, enter the value for y variable, let's say 4, enter. Okay, step over. Now in this moment the cursor is here on line 22nd, and you can see in the locals window down here, x was assigned by 8 and y was assigned by 4, as you saw before I entered those values in console, and those values was read from keyboard, but by this cin object. So the cursor now is here on this line 22nd, and the switcher has no value at this moment, and this x variables is equal by 8, and step over, and in this moment you can see this variable, this switcher, was assigned by 8, which is the value of this variable x, as you can see these locals variables, or if you go over the switcher variable and x variable, both of them has in this moment 8 value. And now the cursor is here on the 23rd line, and as you can see, in this moment x is equal by 8 and y is equal by 4. Step over, and after this cursor passed after this line 23rd, and is in front of this line 24, the x variable was assigned by 4, which is in this moment the value of this variable y. And step over, and in this moment this y variables was assigned by 8, because this 8 is the value of this variable switcher, which this variable y was assigned, and this switcher on this line 22 was assigned by x variable what had this 8 value before. So this is the secret to change to swap the values of certain variables. As you can see now, x is equal by 4 and y is equal by 8. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video tutorial. See you next time.